I'll introduce you. Oh, guys, don't look. I'm just kidding. No, I haven't even gotten the round of applause. I'm always going so slow. So we'll just do it on the fly here. All right. Well, tonight we have a special guest. I was able to meet her in person at Slash and Bash last year, which we were just talking about. Our time there. It was a really fun weekend. Really cool. It was close to where I live, so that was nice on top. And I know she came all the way from California, got to meet her mother. You guys might know her as the queen of Malvolia, Miss Jenn Nangle.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. I haven't seen you since Scarefest, Slash and Bash last year, and we had you on the show with Keith Van Sickle, who runs Slash and Bash, and we had a good time. So shout out to Keith for inviting you last year. And I see you're just really busy doing films, and you're on the convention road, and you're doing a whole bunch of things. And it's been a while, so I'm excited to catch up with you. So how you been?
Oh, I'm just living the dream every day out here in Los Angeles, California. No, I think the last time I saw you, I was in preparations for Malvolia season seven. They're all merging together, so I can't keep them track. But yeah, we completed Malvolia season 7 back in November.
I know, and I was trying to get shirts there on time, and it just didn't happen because we were going to do something with some Doomsday's Krypt shirts.
But yeah, but we got the clock in. There's a beautiful shot of the Doomsday clock. Whoa. So yeah. So
and everybody will know what time it is.
Yeah, they will, even though time kind of stops in that kind of land. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's Malvolia Halloween special. From this year. It was called Final Girl, and we had some sponsors. We had people that supported the Indiegogo, and they were able to purchase little things that I could put their sponsorships or their logos or whatever into the Halloween special. And it did very well. We won some awards. I was nominated for Best Director. My lead actress was nominated for Best Actress. We won Best Web Series, I believe. So yeah, and it's continuing on too.
Well, I didn't get to do this with the announcement, so congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Applause there. Okay, yeah, that's so cool. And what I loved about your campaign too, and I got in on it, especially with the business perk, I thought was great, is your prices are cool.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, the prices worked out well. It was nice. It's like, that's definitely worth throwing in the business logo. And, you're a talented lady. I got to, watch your film at the indie premiere. It was the premiere of the movie, I believe, or close to it. People had seen it. I hadn't seen it. It was my premiere. And me and my guys, which you met, loved it. So we watched the whole thing, and they didn't move. So yeah,
that's a good sign.
It was a good movie. It was real good. It was a lot of fun. I was impressed.
Thank you. Yeah, we're still in post, kind of working on the distribution, like post sound issues right now, because I kind of pre-released it. I wanted to get it out into the world, but I've learned that not everything is as perfect as it seems. And so you got to put a little more work into it before you hand it off to distribution. So that's what we're in the middle of. And hopefully y'all will be able to see it very soon. Because I put love, blood, sweat, tears, all real and fake into it. So, yeah.
Real blood. all the blood in her movies are from the cast and crew. And if they can't find it, they
tell anybody.
You get the inside secrets. This is a big time show. We got to make sure we give out those spoilers. It's no sweetened blood sugar there.
No. We're keeping it real, I guess. Keeping it real.
The queen has to keep it real. I mean, there's no way around that. So it's good to see. How's your mom doing? I liked your mom. She was really nice.
My mom is doing really well. She's currently in Boston right now. She's with my uncle. He had some surgery a couple of weeks ago. He's doing very well. I'm happy to report he's doing very well. But that's where she is. And, she still talks about all the conventions to this day. She came with me to Gross Fest, and she also came with me to Slash and Bash, and it was wonderful sharing these experiences with her, because I don't think she's really ever known like what I do. Like, she knows that I kill a lot of people and there's always blood on me and stuff like that, but the convention life was a whole new world for her that she absolutely enjoyed. And so we were talking about stories like a couple weeks ago, with my uncle, telling him and updating him on what was going on at the convention circuit. So things are good.
Convention life is awesome. I think that's where I talked to your mom a lot about, because my parents weren't able to make that event.
Yes.
I had my guys with me, which was really cool. You got to meet them, but just the experience from a parent's point of view, even though what we do is different, but seeing them enjoy the cons the way they do, my mother and father, and now your parents get to enjoy it with you. And
yeah,
I'm sure she's having a blast with it. I know if my parents are having a blast with it, I could tell she was having
having a blast. Yeah. She was expecting everybody to be like mean, which I'm like, what are you talking about? Everybody's so nice. Like, granted, we like scary stuff, we like weird stuff, we like evil stuff, but we're really great, nice people, at heart.
Sometimes.
So
I was pretty mean. I was picking on her. I was yelling and screaming.
Were you? I must have missed that.
Yeah. No, it was a fun time, and I liked it when the lights were out, so I got to put up the black lights that one morning.
Yes.
That was fun. It was a cool weekend. It was fun. It was a cool location. It was cool hanging out in Topeka. The hotel was cool. We had a good time. You were there. We spoke about Heather Harlow being there. My good friend Beatrice Bupley, Mama Kruger was there. We had Kim Myers, and Mark Patton was there for a while. And then unfortunately, he wasn't feeling too good, but it was really cool to meet him for the first time. So it was a fun, small, but really fun event. And for the indie films, I thought it was a really, really well done thing.
Really, really great turnout for films. And like, that was my first time ever being in the Midwest. I've never really been there, so that was quite an experience.
A lot less traffic, huh?
A lot less traffic, a lot of random animals and horses in fields driving there. I flew in the night that there was a crazy Chiefs game, so everybody was on the plane watching the Chiefs game, which was interesting to watch.
Stop cheering so loud. I'm afraid of these heights, and you're making the turbulence go nuts every time they score a touchdown.
Well, at one point the Wi-Fi went out, and there was not some happy campers.
Man. Yeah. That's not a place you want to have an anarchy going on there.
Not at all. Not at all.
Game. I think it's great they got Wi-Fi. Like, I don't like to fly too much, and I tend to drive. It's not that I just rather drive. I like being on the ground, but flying's kind of easy now. For the last few times, you got the Wi-Fi, throw on a movie, and before you know it,
you're there.
Yeah. As long as you have something to do, it definitely beats the old days where turn off your phones and sit there and
stare at the back of the seat in front of you. Yeah.
Listen to your ears clog up, and look out the window. Pretty much. Yeah. But that was your first time in the Midwest, so now you understand what a Sunday drive is. That's now every day out in the Midwest.
It was absolutely fascinating, because I think it was Saturday night after Slash and Bash. I was super hungry, and so my mom's like, well, let's go get something to eat. And the guy at the hotel like mentioned a place that we should go to. I forget what it's called right now, or else I'd give him a shout out. But we decided to go there, and as we were driving there, we realized like nobody was on the road at all. Like, there was nobody out, and it was a Saturday night, and I was like, what's going on? And then I was
coming to an end.
I was reminded we were in the Bible Belt. People like to spend time with family, and that was also an interesting event, occurrence, something to live through. Yeah, like nobody was around. It was a ghost town.
Well, I'm from Boston as well. Your mom's out there. I was from a town called Franklin, so I was so used to driving up 95, which is basically north and south. Because you're from Boston too.
Yeah, I grew up in Danvers, so right near Salem. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, 95 is the worst. And if you driven there from Florida, to Florida a few times, that traffic sucks. But living out here, I'm in Missouri, not the Kansas part, which was where you're in, which a lot of cornfields here too. I've
Wow.
never driven it where it's so nice, and it doesn't matter anywhere as long as it's not the East Coast or West Coast for the most part. It's just smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing, no
Yeah,
stress, no
I'll
road
hit
rage, I
like
guess.
well, if I go see my parents and I'm driving, I hit the Florida Turnpike. You'll hear some cursing. I got on the East Coast last year to Taunton, and I had to drive from Pennsylvania to Jersey to pick up another friend.
Ooh, Jersey's rough. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was getting that road rage going. Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. You know that yelling and screaming, that scary people. That was probably me at certain points on the road. You know.
Letting it all out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I can't stand. I mean, like yeah, bad drivers in general drive me nuts. And when you have a lot of drivers, you tend to run into a lot more bad drivers. And just it brought me back home though. It was kind of like, all right, there's that East Coast anger I've lost over the years.
There you go. It's still in your
It
soul.
comes out, I stopped pronouncing my R's, and I was like, I was really letting it go. And it's so much easier to swear and cuss, smoothly when you drop that R and everything.
Absolutely. It just flows right out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It becomes a whole new language. Yeah, so you've been busy, like we talked about, with the cons and with filming. What's your next project that you're working on now? Are you still working? Is it going right back into season 8?
I have been thinking about some ideas for season 8. Again, every time I end a season, I'm like, I don't know, should I continue on? Do I have anything else I need to say? And then something will hit me, and I'm like, all right, well, I have this idea, so I might as well continue on. So there is going to definitely be a season 8. And then I've really been kind of playing around with an idea of just making just a short film. I haven't really done a regular short film that didn't involve Malvolia in so long. And I rewatched my short film called That Night, and it just made me so excited of how gory and mean and evil it was. And I played the victim. I wasn't, the woman or the killer. I was one of the victims and stuff. So I've been really playing around with an idea to shoot something like that. And then I also just finished up a short film called Poe 2 with Spooky Professor and Rawl of the Dead. They are 2 artists out here in La La Land that also hit the convention circuit. So it was such a wonderful privilege to work with them on their short film and see how other people work. Because for the past couple of years, so I've been working with the same people, which isn't a
Right.
bad thing, but it was really nice to kind of venture off and see how other people are doing or what other people are doing. So
Learn some new things, challenge yourself in different ways. It's always good to do that as an actress. And really, you're more than an actress. You're writing your scripts. You basically built your character, your brand. And so, knowing everything from the ins and outs with what you're doing, I can only imagine how beneficial it is to work outside of that box of comfort, because you get to that comfort zone. And I know a lot of, and in indie, you tend to work with the same people because that's how you get projects done. You know
yeah.
what people are capable of. So being able to tip your toes out there, I'm sure you missed your usual family members, but to learn a few little tricks of the trade that maybe you didn't know about, it's got to be cool.
Yeah, it's just really nice kind of working with seeing how other people like bounce ideas off. And even I was able to like kind of throw out some ideas that they were open to, which was really nice. It wasn't like a closed off group where they're like, no, this is how we do things and this is what we're going to do. It was really nice. And I also played a on-screen mom, which I haven't played a mom in like a long time too. So yeah.
So how was it playing a mom? Were you a friendly mom, or were you the queen of screams kind of mom?
Friendly, kind mom. So I think people are going to see a different side of me.
Oh,
And
geez.
plus, my
When did she get mean?
I
She's too sweet in this.
got tormented. And then my on-screen daughter was absolutely lovely. It was her first movie, and her name was Aubrey. She's so cute, and we look alike, which was fun too.
Cool.
And it was just a lot of fun doing something different for sure.
Well, I'm glad you got to have that experience. And when's this film going to be coming out? Or don't you know yet? Still in post-production?
Yeah, I don't know yet, because we did have a pickup shoot last week. So, but he pretty much had a lot of things in order of how he wanted. Like I saw a brief cut of what he was working on. So I think it'll be pretty quick.
He's working hard to make sure it gets out there, even filming scenes on top that he felt was needed. So
Yep.
that's cool. I really, like I said, I can't remember the name of the film, and I feel terrible. But the werewolf film that you had was really good. My guys were so ingrained into that they couldn't stop watching it, and
Holly
big smiles. Yeah. Oh yeah, I couldn't believe the one who bet the one who doesn't really speak. He wouldn't leave that one. Yeah, he was into it. There was no distracting him. He was sucked in on that movie. So if he likes it, it's a good movie.
Their support was so wonderful, and they were so cute and just loving. Just love it.
They have fun. They make trips a lot of fun, and I planned a lot of them around them this year. So we got some adventures to go on. Kansas City's our next one, and that's always a fun convention. Meredith House here. I got to get her on. She's with Minneapolis Krypticon, but she's always she's a part of Krypticon. She can't make it to Kansas City this year. I can't make it to. Yeah, so I'm really bummed out, but I'm going to get her on the show so we can talk about that show. But Kansas City is the next one for me, the end of the month. That is a great show. A lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds like it would be. Yeah.
Well, I love the setup, the hotel. Like I was talking about it last night. You're basically around the convention, and there's a few floors. There's not a whole bunch of walking, but it's a great layout. The breakfast buffet is really, really good. They make the omelets right there. If you're into celebrities, you basically eating breakfast with everybody because everybody's there anyway. So it's a really cool fan experience. It's a really cool experience for me. It's great for my mom because, not having to drive and leave and come back and load up the car. They can go right to the hotel room. If I have my guys and they need a break, I can take them to the hotel room and sit down and relax. Yeah. Or you don't have to leave park and go to another spot. And yeah, Krypticon's got probably my favorite layout as far as convenience. And once you're there and set up, how nice it is. And the rooms are huge. Like apartments. They're you got the master bedroom, you got a kitchen, you got a living room.
Oh wow, that's nice. Hey, Krypticon, I'm available. Call me.
Yeah, reach out to Chaz. Chaz is great. Yeah. Actually, that was my first convention, and still doing it with Krypticon. I think my first convention with them was 2019, 2020. It was right after the COVID shot. And then the COVID breakout happened. And it was a week after the first con I ever did. So it was nice. It just worked out because we're so stir crazy from being inside. And then you think it's over. And then a week later, actually, it wasn't even a week. It was 2 days later. Oh, it's going around again. So we had to be all careful again. But we got to have that experience, which was really cool.
Good. I'm happy for that because that was some rough times. Yeah.
Well, the horror it brought me into doing what I do because the one guy looks like Super Mario. He loves scary clowns. So we started there. And, he's the thing. And honestly, when we did Krypticon, I was I got all this cool stuff from people. I didn't even really go to sell anything. And I don't know, we all got hooked. It was kind of we can show some cool stuff. We can sit around and,
hang out.
Yeah, but it wound up being great. I was you want to sell it? Sure. And I was okay, this might be something I want to do more of. And then a few years later, it's just crazy. It's a convention bug. I know you've been doing the conventions a lot, but I think you were really new. Last year was your first year really getting into the conventions as a guest, or before that a little bit.
Year before we did mostly LA ones. So I went to Krypt by Econ. I went to Days of the Dead, Los Angeles. And then last year was the year that I kind of ventured out and came to Slash Bash and Gross Fest.
Those are some good ones. Days of the Dead always puts on a good show. Krypt by Econ, I was going to go to last year. It's just flying out there, missing work. It was just too much.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Well, my younger sister's right out there by Krypt by Econ. So I was going to do it, but those are some good conventions you did for a first year of, only a few years really starting to do it. How much are you loving the conventions? Is it as exciting or close to as exciting when you get to show your film and just kind of sit back and meet the fans? And
oh, I love it. In fact, I went to Tampa Bay Screams in January, which is in Tampa, Florida, or Clearwater. And you know, that was a whole new crowd. Like I knew Sean Donahue from there, but everybody else I didn't really know. Everybody was really new. And so it was really sweet because after I showed the Halloween special there, the woman that was in charge, she came up to me and she just said how much she enjoyed the short film. And, you know, she's like, I wish I had known that you were going to be here. We could have done like a Q&A and stuff like that. And it was really nice and really welcoming and really wonderful. And so sometimes out here in Los Angeles, you don't really get that.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to go to these other places and just have people so like welcoming and just kind. You know, when I went to Gross Fest, because I be doing LA conventions for a hot minute, I kind of got down my whole like my speech of like when people would approach, I'm like, oh, I'm a horror hostess. Do you know what a horror hostess is? Oh, well, I'm Malvolia, the Queen of Screams. I host this, and this, but I'm also a horror actress. Well, when I was at Gross Fest, I got stopped numerous times. Like I couldn't even really get into my speech because people would be like, oh, I know who you are. Oh, I know who you are.
It's
And I'm
funny
like,
how
what?
well, I mean, I know a lot of you indie people, and it always like, and I love to see it. Like, you know, it's like, all right, indie. I hope they have a good time. I hope, and then before you know it, there's a whole line of fans in the indie community, and I know what you mean with California because it's, you know, obviously like big movie, you know, budget type things, and some things can get lost and mixed. But now you moved away from the East Coast, which it feels like the East Coast is just popping for indie all the way from Florida all the way up the East Coast. It's really crushing out there. So yeah, I'm not surprised that people know you in like Florida and the East Coast side, because it just seems like there's just so much going on, whether it's Georgia or Florida or really even New York or Connecticut or anything like that.
Yeah, I know. I've been kind of contemplating like making the move back, but I don't know yet.
It's tough. That's a tough. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know, because you're being an actress, it's just, or an actor, there's just so much that goes with it that's more than just the indie films and being out there to market. It's just different worlds to do it, and there's pros and cons to both. So
yeah,
I get it. Well, just buy a second home, you know.
if only I could even make rent for here.
Well, yeah, house prices are cheap now. Mortgages aren't that much, especially in California. I heard that's real cheap.
Oh yeah, it's so inexpensive here.
Easy peasy. Well, I remember in your film you had the problem with the rent at times. So not in real life, but you know, you definitely. I think most independent films probably have something about rent has to be incorporated where everything's so expensive. I finally hit California last year. Such a beautiful place, but then I was looking at the price tag. I'm broke in a day.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like all my paychecks pretty much go to rent, just surviving, and then groceries. Oh my god, yeah.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
So this would be a good time just to let you all know I am looking for sponsors for this year's convention circuit. I have little tiers. So if you're interested and you want to support an indie horror hostess and actress, please DM me. Originally, my first convention was going to be a Night of Screams, which I was going to be hosting this coming weekend in Las Vegas with the 3 OG Ghostface from Screams 1, 2, and 3. But unfortunately, that got pushed to June. We had some unfortunate circumstances happen, and so that got pushed to June. So there's still time to sponsor me if you would like to.
I'll talk to my friend Nicole out there in Vegas, because she does a lot of film work out there as well. So if I'll let her know about the event too, maybe you guys can meet up.
Oh yeah,
I got to get out to Vegas anyway. I got a hotel thing I got to use in a year. Because my parents, they wanted to do it. I might. If there's a cool show, I might fly out there. Because, like I said, I got like a resort stay. I think it's one of those timeshare. They tried to catch me, and I booked the hotel. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll take advantage. And I still paid like $250. It's like, but it's like at a resort. I was like, all right, you know, I get 3 days or whatever with it.
That's cool. Pretty nice.
But then it's like, oh, you just need one of those hour 2 meetings, which.
You gotta sit through those things.
Yeah, it's like I just paid for it. I don't want to sit through something. I don't care how quick it is. You got pillows so I can sleep through it? And my answer is no, I'm not interested.
Or they should just serve at least some alcoholic drinks or something.
Yeah, I'd make a meeting fun. Oh, you want to talk about your timeshare? Oh, before I know it, I'd be leaving. I'll be like, oh man, I just signed up for 5 timeshares.
Exactly.
But I've never been to Vegas, and like I said, my friend Nicole's out there, and a lot of people that I know are in Vegas. So I'd like to get out there, play some poker.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild place.
Yeah, I finally I hadn't played poker in a long time. I did pretty good.
Good.
When I was in Evansville. I stayed at the what do they call it? I forget the hotel.
Casino?
Yeah, not Bally's.
Oh, okay.
I want to say Hard Rock. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. I hadn't played poker in a while. It was kind of cool to do the convention. It was, once I was set up, it was fun, and did some poker and had a few drinks, and it was kind of fun to do the casino thing. So I'm ready for Vegas. I got my warm up in.
You did. You already got into the blood. Get that luck going. Yes, exactly.
I did. It was still, I tell you, my poker skills.
Woo!
Fancy schmancy.
Counting cards? Are you counting cards there?
No. I do love. I hate gambling, but I love poker. It's
interesting.
Yeah, I don't like to gamble. Well, that's why I'll just take what I got and play with it. Like I took like $100 and.
Oh, that's not bad.
I turned it into more.
There you go. There you go.
2 hands to change that up pretty quick. Get the smack talkers thinking that. All right. No, it was fun. It was fun because I used to play it a lot and I stopped playing, and it was kind of cool to play it with not even care if I won or lost. I kind of had money and I was like, this is what I'm using to gamble. I was being responsible. I'm almost 50 now, so I have to like grow up at some point. So
we have to do that. Ooh.
Yeah, I hit 47 and it's like, it's almost gone. It's almost yeah, I'm gonna have to get my school teacher haircut and turn it into a mustache and
wear the Peter. Be like Peter Pan. Never grow up.
Yeah, I haven't yet. I'm working on it. I'm more mature than I was, but I've hit about 13-year-old maturity level. At least in choice making and decision making.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? I don't know.
I guess. All right.
Sounded good at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Hindsight's 2020. How am I gonna learn from my mistakes if I don't keep making them?
Oh, true. Very true. Yes.
Yeah. So, you've been acting for a while. You've been doing, taking this character, and now you're doing these cons and stuff like that. Is there something like you really want to accomplish this year in 2025 that you've just kind of put on the back burner? You've been too busy, but this is the year you really want to get it done in film. I don't mean like being like huge and getting a big contract, because I'm sure that everybody wants that.
Of course.
I'd love to see it. I just mean in general, like a role or something you want to do that, you feel like you're at that point now and it needs to be done in 2025.
I have 2 feature films that I've been really, really dying to do. One of them is called Duplicitous. It was written by actor-writer Gregory Blair. I had him write it specifically for me, but that's going to need some money. So I would have loved to do that this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. But there is another feature film that I have been playing around for years. And for the longest time, I couldn't really figure out like the arc of the movie, like what I wanted to say with it, what I wanted to go with it. And over the past couple of months, it's been really popping up. And I think I've really discovered what I want to say and do with this film. And I may shoot it all myself too. That's still an idea I'm playing with as well.
So kind of an artistic piece, a one person show kind of deal. That's a cool concept. I like that.
Well, it would be more like kind of found footage feel. But there would be a lot of other characters involved. But
not in the room with you. You guys aren't allowed on set with me. You'll be in the movie, but you're out.
Just me. Yeah.
Me.
But I would have so much control. Like it would be like my baby. And as much as I really want to do it, it's also very scary, because it's like all of me, whereas people can't wait to just, smash those dreams and those things. But I have to just keep remembering that, some people are going to like it. Some people are probably going to hate it. It is what it is. And
an actor or an actress, you gotta really, test those boundaries and
Just let it
challenge
go.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I had
So
a young actress on last night in like her new role with Macro Star. It's definitely a role that I don't know, I haven't read the book, but it's a very, powerful book in the sense of a lot of, pushing boundaries of the narrative. And as an actor and actress, I know that's a scary thing, but it's also kind of exciting, and it's also something really great that you can grow from and learn from and add to
absolutely.
your resume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you become
It
so
was,
fearless that you don't care. You just let it out, let it go.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's acting for you. You have to be, like that's why I could never. I mean, I can't let go of my feelings. I mean, you got to hit so many
No,
different ranges in an act. No, no, no.
I bet you could. I bet you. It's deep
Yeah,
inside. Like
maybe.
road rage therapy. There's also
You
emotional
know, if I
therapy.
just drove on like, a California highway or on the East Coast on 95, I'm sure I could get into like an aggressive, angry mood,
There's your
All
found
right,
footage movie right
where's the
there.
killing scene?
Exactly.
I'm
You could be
ready.
the killer.
We got prop axes. Nope, using real ones.
Bring it on.
I'll be
Yeah.
careful, I swear.
That's where we bring in the cast and crew's real blood, right? That's what you like.
Real bloody. He seems really pissed off. I am.
Yeah, that's acting for you.
Well, no, but I mean, acting, it's not something I've ever done, but I always respect the people who can do it because it is.
Yeah,
You do put yourself in vulnerable situations, and there's always the certain scenes, especially the more and more you work, that's not going to be your comfort zone to do things. And,
ever,
you know,
ever.
I
Yeah.
mean, is there times where you're just like, man, I don't know if I could do it. And then you wound up doing it. And it's like, man, I did it better than I thought. And it was like maybe my strongest performance.
No, I've always been like, I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you like the challenge, huh?
Yes, very much so.
Kind of like
Very much
driving
so.
down 95. That's a
Yeah.
challenge.
It's the challenge. That and Route 1.
In rush
Yes.
hour. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I think the worst one was when I took my daughter to go to the Boston Garden. Well, yeah, they call it the TD Garden Center or
Now it's
whatever.
something different. Yeah. Yeah, but I know
Oh
what you
my
mean.
God. You want to talk about the real Massachusetts accent coming out, was driving in there and then leaving. Oh my God, the worst drivers ever. And I've
Yeah.
driven a lot of places, but I mean, the roads suck in Boston, the drivers suck in Boston. And then I did go to California, and I was glad my sister was driving because I would have had some serious road rage waiting to drive out there too. And I think the older I get, the crankier I get as well when I'm driving. The two hands, I'm almost looking, oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand stupid drivers, and I'm probably the dumbest driver out there.
I know sometimes I feel the same way too. I'm like, oh God, maybe I'm like the bad driver. They're okay, but nah.
I will never take accountability for something like that.
No, never.
No, rear-ended a car, it's your fault.
You made me do it.
You gotta hit your brakes. I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that California traffic, especially in LA.
Oh yeah. I live it every day. Yeah.
You seem so thrilled about it. Is it you drive out there or you try to Uber it?
Luckily I only live 10 minutes away from my work. I think if it was longer, I definitely would have like a lot of serious mental problems for sure. Yeah. But to go anywhere, it takes an hour. It's always an hour anywhere.
2 miles, an hour and a half.
An hour. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I like about around here. Like I can literally go anywhere in town and get there in 5
And just
minutes.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a Walmart, we got an Applebee's. I'm good.
Hey, that's
All I
a
need.
lot more than some other places have, so that's good. Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, then
Yeah.
you're settled. Yeah.
John runs on Dunkin', I mean, they say Boston runs. No. I was so glad they didn't have one out here for a long time, like where I was, and I was really getting homesick for my coffee because I already miss like East Coast food. The food, I know everybody says it's good out here, but I don't know. East Coast food was way better.
Yeah.
That New York style pizza and
Yeah.
the food out in Massachusetts. It was so
Yeah.
good. Now I'm getting hungry.
Subs and yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I lived in Buffalo for a hot minute with the chicken wings.
oh yeah.
Oh God. Have chicken wings anywhere else but there now. It's like bleh.
Yeah, well, I went to Taunton, Massachusetts. I didn't even get a chance to go to any of the restaurants I missed. Like there's a
Oh,
place called China Lotus where they do karaoke and they'd serve food all night. It was
uh-huh.
such good Chinese food, and it was like $5-6 a plate. It's like, oh my God,
Oh
that's so
God,
good.
yeah. Miss
So
those
good.
days.
I
Yeah.
do. I miss those days big time. No, you can't buy a piece of bread for $5 anymore.
Oh, forget it. Yeah, especially
Back
out
in
here in
my day, you
LA.
know how much coffee was?
Like 50 cents.
I went to this place called Scooters. I've about lost my mind, and the coffee sucked. It was $9 for a large iced coffee. I was like, that's just insane for an iced
Ooh.
coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking $6. I know it gone up. I was like, $9.
$9 is pretty expensive. Yeah.
Are you going to leave a tip too? Oh man, but it's nice out here. At least it's affordable. Like I really love this area, and if I want to go drive in some traffic, I'll just go and visit some people on the East Coast or the West Coast, and that's
There you
always
go.
great. Get
There you
that
go.
rage going. Got to get that rage going.
Your therapy. Yeah.
So, like, I know you have a website where people can order your movies and catch up and check out what you've been doing.
I don't. I
Well,
don't.
where can they check out your all the seasons up to season 7? We got to get everybody on the Jenn Nangle page,
That's
like,
all on YouTube. So
on
you can go,
YouTube.
yeah, youtube.com/@ Queen Malvolia. You can see all 7 seasons there. And then any other information is on my Instagram.
No
Yeah.
Blu-rays out there? Gotta get you some Blu-rays for sale to be signing.
You gotta come visit me at a convention. That's what's
I'm
up.
gonna have to. I gotta get to more conventions at some different places. Like I'm sticking with my good ones that I know, and I gotta try to, like I told you, we're opening the Doomsday's Krypt store first weekend in April.
Yeah.
Moving April 1st. So I'm a little nervous. I'm like, you know what? I'm just setting it up like a convention area and go from there. I'll just
You're gonna
add.
be fine. You're a natural for sure.
Yeah, natural what? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm excited about it. It'll be fun. But yeah, conventions is definitely going to be, something I always do. I can't see myself not doing it because the adventures are too fun.
Way too fun.
Yeah,
Way too fun. You never know who you're gonna stumble into, who you're gonna see, what weird thing's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, I see my mom talking to James Jude Courtney at Scarefest last year about a role as a stripper on a pole. It's like, this is my mother, James.
Wow.
James Jude Courtney loves my mom. Loves her.
How are our moms more popular than us?
Well, my mom's a lot cooler than me. So I
Oh.
mean, I'll just go with that right there.
Is that my thing too? Is my mom cooler than me? Is that what's
Well, your
going
mom's
on?
a pretty cool lady, though. I did like your mom a lot. She was super cool. But you're cool too. My mom's just, I don't know, there's something about her. Everybody tends to know her because she's got that
talk to her.
scooter and her Goblin or her, Maximum Overdrive. And she just scoots around and talks to everybody. She's
Oh, I
super
love it.
social. Your mom and my mom would have gotten along pretty well.
Absolutely.
My mom would have taken her on a training course of how to scoot around. And your mom doesn't need a scooter, but your mom would have probably been like, "Come on, we're going to start a scooter club
Yeah.
here."
Let me piggyback. Let's do it.
Well, they call it Crash, so Crash is core. She's something else, Adam. She does deserve her own table. People would probably have her sign on. People did have her sign an autographs. Actually, she was having every person she met sign a Doomsday's Krypt banner. She didn't want any of the celebrities, but the celebrities started signing them too. She's probably got 800 names on this one banner that she just asked everybody to sign. Yeah.
Wow.
She's a mad woman. And she stole that thing from me. She didn't pay me for it.
She didn't pay you for it? Wow.
I'm stealing it back. I'm swiping it back.
Wow. Yeah.
No, but she just loves the people. So, I could tell your mom was just having like the time of her life. And it was kind of a good one for her to get to.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much and kind of dip her toes in the water. And
exactly. Yeah.
And then she didn't do Creep Econ with, that's a big show.
Yeah. No.
Dad.
Yeah. My manager was with me for that. Yeah.
Oh, cool. You got the manager out there. Are they helping you get shows? You got that booking agent for you to get you into the shows, or are you doing them yourself?
Yeah, no, he got me in. Well, a majority of the ones last year I got myself because I also kind of got Tampa Bay by myself too. Like I just roll into people's DMs and start asking for what I want now. Like I used to be
How
so
you
timid or
doing?
scared, but I'm like, hey, do you need a horror host? But he did get me Haunt Mare Expo in Fresno at the end of July. So I'll be out in Fresno, California then for that convention. And one of my all-time favorites is going to be there.
Oh,
Like I don't fan
I'm
out.
not gonna be there.
Oh,
Oh, your second
my
all-time
second,
favorite.
my second all-time favorite. My second all-time. I'm not a girl that fans out pretty much, but John Kassir is going to be there, and I grew up on Tales of the Crypt, so
I had a couple opportunities to meet him, and each time I missed him. I missed him at Scarefest. I had some cool stuff. My buddy who does those Freddy heads that you saw,
yeah.
he does a mean Crypt Keeper too.
Oh,
McCollum, yeah. He's
super
got some
cool.
cool stuff coming out this year. I can't wait to put on the table. Just did
Yeah.
Sloth from Goonies. It came out awesome. You're like, I gotta have one.
Absolutely.
Baby
Absolutely.
Ruth. Yeah. It's such a fun community, though. I mean, I just love meeting all you indie actresses and all you talents. Like I had some another friend who's an indie filmmaker and works with acro stars and some of these actors and actresses, and I get to watch you guys do these cool things. And it's exciting for me when I see you guys get something cool. You book a show, or you hit your goal and the campaign, and and like you said, you're looking for sponsors now, so people can hit you up and check you out on Facebook as well to do the sponsorship. And I'm sure it's just like a campaign for a movie or anything. Every little bit helps to get you there, because I know personally how much it takes, to get to a con, between transportation and hotel and, the table is cheap. And that's a big part of indie, letting people meet you and seeing you out there to hit that next step as an actress. And what you do is being at these conventions and introducing yourself and these films to people. That's why we got to get you Blu-rays.
Yeah.
We got to get you some Blu-rays.
I have them. You can always hit me up directly. I'll work on the website. I'll start working on the website.
No, that's what I wanted. I wanted to make sure, YouTube, they can watch you. Hopefully you get monetized with that. But some people love them physical copies. I want to make sure when you do have them, we make sure we send them to you, because that's going to be a big thing for you to help raise money. Nice signed, autographed. For donations. You can't meet me at the con, you can help me get there.
Buy this. You can have something.
No, you don't.
Physical.
You don't want the Queen of Screams coming after you. You do not want that.
In your nightmares.
And your nightmares, yeah.
It's a pretty rough thing, yeah. Yeah.
You think Santa Claus knows when you're sleeping?
The Queen of Screams always knows.
He knows better than anybody else.
Exactly. Yes.
So you said Haunted, the one in Fresno?
Haunt Mare Expo. That's
Expo.
July 26, 27. Yeah. I think this is their second year. I think they're fairly new, I believe. But yeah.
So are there some other ones you can announce that you'll be on the road to, like in different states, or that you're trying to get to, that you can announce or you can't? I'm not asking you to.
That other one, I don't know if I can announce yet, because I haven't really been announced. But there is another one. That will be happening in October. How about I say that? It'll be happening in October.
Okay.
And then A Night of Screams will be happening June 28th in Las Vegas. And that's all I got going on right now. Yeah.
I think Aaron's asking, I'm not sure, I'm sure New Jersey, I'm guessing New Jersey Horror Con. That's coming out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've never been able to break through with them. But maybe someday. Maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna try to go to that one, but it's so much driving now. I'm trying to keep it into a certain range unless I fly out there and send stuff. So
yeah, because how long would that be a drive for you? That would be at least a day, right?
Oh, it's it'd probably be 22 hours with stops or something. I've done it before. I did it because Mike, the guy who does all my art, lives in Pennsylvania. That was the trip I told you. And I picked up a friend in New Jersey, and then we did Taunton, Massachusetts. That was a long grind because I did a convention before that. I hit that convention, then I went to Scarefest right after in Lexington.
Oh, wow.
But it was fun. It was a good time. But yeah, it took me. I mean, I drove straight too without stopping. I think I took an hour nap because I just got so tired at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, I was going to stop at like 11, 12. I'm like, I'll go a little bit. And then there was no hotels. And it's like,
oh, so you had to go.
Yeah, I was just going for it. And then I was like an hour away and I had to get that little power nap in, got that in. And I was just glad to get it out of the way. And then it was nice with Kentucky because it was like 10 hours. It broke up that 20-hour drive a little. So it worked out. But I'm done doing those kind of drives. Yeah. I mean,
you're
not
paying me to do those. Yeah.
It's just, and I love the East Coast events and I love going, but it's an extra day from work. It's a lot of wear and tear on the vehicle. It's just, there's so much that goes along with it.
And then if you have the guys with you, for sure, that's a lot.
I can't take them that far. That's another reason,
Yeah.
I try to keep it under 3 hours or 3.5 hours if I'm taking them. There's a few that are further away, but But the con thing is something that, I always say if people haven't done it before, you gotta go because would you have expected your mom to enjoy it as much as she did?
No, I knew it was going to be some sort of experience, but I didn't think she'd still be talking about it to this day. So it's really cute. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I love seeing my parents do the same thing. I get so excited about it. Like
my
dad, my mom, I'm not surprised because she can have fun with if there's people, and you know how kids are with the cons, families come. So she loves that. My dad, I didn't expect to get into it as much as he does. Like he takes it very seriously when he's behind that table. He doesn't leave, and I'm a wanderer. I can't sit still.
No,
I can't do it. I'm glad I'm not an actor or actress. I couldn't just sit there and sign autographs. I'd be like, time for me to do my walk around.
You can still do it.
I get my steps in. Yeah, just follow me around. I'll sign them as I'm walking.
Yeah, exactly.
Luckily, I don't have people asking me for that, so I'm in good shape there. I go incognito.
You never know with your new store opening up. You just never know.
Well, with my mom, she always gets all the attention anyway, so it's a good distraction when I'm there.
Yeah.
That's Doomsday's Krypt, that lady in the scooter.
She's your face, your sponsor, your face, face of your company.
She's just a lot of fun, and it's cool that I'm able to enjoy it with them because we never really had like something that we really all enjoyed together, like me and my parents, and that's just kind of crazy that it's like the one thing that we all genuinely enjoy.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, and you know how it is being able to spend time with your mom one-on-one, letting her get to know what you really do, getting to experience what you're doing, and having fans that like, oh, I can't wait to meet Jenn, and seeing their appreciation for you as a mother. I can only imagine. It's like, oh, this is so cool. My daughter's Miss Famous now. People know my daughter. It's a proud part for them.
Yeah.
She's that bloody lady.
I am that bloody lady. Yeah.
I swear she's not as crazy as she is in her films. A little less. Slightly less.
I plead the fifth on that, but yes, of course, yes.
It's just an act, I swear. Swear, absolutely. Speaking of longtime friends in Massachusetts, he's out here in Missouri though too now because he's from Missouri. I know him on the East Coast, and now we both live in Missouri.
Oh, funny.
My buddy Frank, yeah. So
Hi,
I've known
Frank.
him for 30 years or so since like I was 18.
Dang.
Maybe younger. Yeah.
That's true friendship for sure.
Yeah. We don't get to see each other as much as we used to, but we get busy in life. But it's cool to know a few people that I still stay in touch with after 30 years. It's cool.
Yeah.
Definitely keeps you grounded and stuff too. And me and him still got a jam. I got the drums sitting here, Frank. I'm waiting for you to get the guitar over here or me get over there. Yeah, we haven't jammed in a few weeks. We jammed a few months back, and it was fun, but it'd been 20, 30 years since we had done it before. It was cool. It was fun.
It's like riding a bike. You just get back into it.
Well, I was never good at riding a bike either.
Oh.
So
Whoops. Okay, never mind. Just kidding.
Well, I just play like I do the old school style. I just play some cool drum beats and through a radio, and I just move the sticks and pretend I'm playing. It's an illusion. It's an illusion kind of deal.
Got it. Got it. You're acting.
I gotta, I'm gonna have to spend at least $6 on a mouse next time. These $5 ones just don't cut it.
Oh,
It keeps acting up. Yeah.
everything does. Well, we are in the middle of Mercury retrograde, so that doesn't help either.
Yeah. Before you know it, these $5 mouses, we $50-$60. And then I could be like back in my day.
Back in my day.
It's something I really have always wanted to be able to get to that point. I feel like I'm there back in my day, especially with the way prices are. It's so much fun. But I'm so glad to finally get you on and hang out and talk. And we got to do it again. And I haven't, I've been wanting to get you back on, and I know you've been busy. I've been super busy. I'm glad we were able to finally make it happen, because I had a great time meeting you and your mom and hanging out at Slash and Bash last year. It was a cool show. And yeah, it was awesome. It was great for indie films, and enjoyed all of them, especially yours. And guys, you got to check out Jennifer Nangle. She's the scream queen. I'm telling you guys are going to really enjoy her work. She's very nice and sweet, and her mother's a wonderful lady. And we love to keep, Doomsday's Krypt, we're all about family life. So anybody whose mom's involved in their journey, you got to support them. If you don't, she might.
You have no soul. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll come after you. Yes.
Yeah.
In your nightmares.
Yeah, we already mentioned that the blood is not fake. And I know you need a lot for your next project, so don't make her come get it personally.
Gallons and gallons I'll be needing, so watch out. Watch out. Yes.
But I'll make sure I share your link out and let everybody know where to find your stuff on YouTube. I might have you send me a few things, and we're going to keep everybody updated. We're going to let you guys know where you can sponsor and help Jennifer cover her expenses, get out there to meet the fans, and work on, making new fans at these conventions. And she can do it with your guys' help. So make sure we support our indie friends and family and give them all the love we can. And I'm going to leave you with the final words, Miss Nangle.
Oh God! Now there's
I'm putting you on the spot.
And
action. I do it to everybody. It always throws them off. It throws me off, but I love to do it. Like, oh wait, I thought we were done. Nope, you got to say the final word.
Oh man, now it's got to be like cool. Like, what am I gonna say?
Sing a song.
Sing a song. This is the song that never ends. No. Pleasant nightmares, my victims. It was wonderful seeing all of you tonight, and I'll see you in your nightmares.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.